If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. Rumors have started circulating in the NFL community, and they are shaking the Cleveland Browns headquarters to their core. Kevin Stefanski, the head coach who has been known for his composed demeanor and strategic mind, is reportedly losing his patience with one of his most talented but controversial players, Myles Garrett. Sources close to the team suggest that Stefanski's frustration has reached a boiling point, and his tolerance for Garrett's behavior both on and off the field is reportedly wearing thin. While Garrett has been an essential figure in the Browns' defensive lineup, some insiders claim that repeated incidents, disagreements during practice sessions, and what appears to be a disconnect between Garrett's expectations and the team's long-term vision have put Stefanski in a difficult position. Coaches and front office staff are allegedly caught in a tense atmosphere, navigating the delicate balance of maintaining locker room harmony while managing a star player whose actions may be perceived as disruptive. The rumor mill is now running wild with speculation about whether this tension could culminate in a public confrontation or even a formal request for Garrett's departure, a scenario that would send shockwaves through fans and media alike. Analysts are already dissecting potential trade possibilities, team dynamics, and how the Browns' performance in the upcoming games could influence Stefanski's decision. The situation reportedly escalated after a series of heated discussions during training sessions where Garrett's commitment and approach were openly challenged by Stefanski. Sources say the head coach's usual calm and tactical approach was replaced by visible irritation, marking a rare public display of frustration. While exact details of these confrontations are still being pieced together, insiders hint at disagreements over defensive schemes, locker room leadership, and Garrett's role in key games. Some teammates are said to be uneasy about the rising tension, feeling caught between supporting a star player and respecting the authority of a head coach who has been instrumental in shaping the Browns' recent successes. Sports commentators are now analyzing footage and interviews, trying to discern subtle hints that indicate the severity of the conflict, while social media buzzes with fans speculating on possible outcomes. The rumor suggests that Stefanski has reached out to the front office to explore options, creating a narrative where the Browns' locker room might experience one of the most dramatic internal shifts in recent history. If this situation escalates further, the Browns could be facing not only strategic adjustments on the field, but also a major storyline that dominates headlines and fan conversations for weeks, adding layers of drama and uncertainty to an already intense season. Whispers within the league indicate that Kevin Stefanski's frustrations are not limited to in-game decisions, but extend to broader organizational challenges involving Myles Garrett. Reports suggest that meetings with upper management have become increasingly tense, with Stefanski allegedly presenting a case for a possible separation to restore balance within the team. While Garrett remains a cornerstone of the defense and an undeniable force on the field, the coach's insistence on discipline, team cohesion, and adherence to the Browns' values may be clashing with Garrett's personality and expectations. Industry insiders are speculating that trade discussions, while still confidential, could gain momentum if the situation does not stabilize quickly. Agents and scouts are rumored to be quietly evaluating potential destinations, preparing for a scenario where one of the league's most dominant defensive players might suddenly be available. The mere suggestion of such a move has fueled conversations across sports media platforms, with pundits debating the pros and cons for both Garrett and the Browns. Fans are split, some sympathizing with Stefanski's desire to maintain control and team harmony, while others express disbelief at the idea of losing a player of Garrett's caliber. In essence, what started as subtle tension appears to have evolved into a full-blown narrative with wide-reaching implications for team morale, league dynamics, and the trajectory of the Browns' season. Adding fuel to the fire, sources claim that the coach's mounting frustration has begun affecting practice intensity, team strategy sessions, and even pre-game preparations. Insiders describe a charged atmosphere where every defensive play, training exercise, and meeting is now shadowed by the underlying tension between Stefanski and Garrett. Speculation is rising that Stefanski may feel compelled to make a decisive move to assert his authority, restore order, and protect the team's cohesion, especially as the season progresses into critical matchups. Analysts are dissecting every word, gesture, and expression captured on camera, attempting to interpret whether Garrett has been dismissive, defensive, or even confrontational in response to his coach's criticisms. Sports journalists and insiders are reporting that some teammates have privately expressed concern about how these dynamics could affect locker room trust and communication. The rumor suggests that Stefanski may have consulted with veteran mentors, former coaches, and advisors to gauge the best approach in handling a situation where professional talent meets complex personality issues. Meanwhile, betting odds, fan forums, and social media threads are buzzing as predictions about trades, suspensions, or internal restructuring continue to circulate, creating a storm of anticipation that only amplifies the drama surrounding the Browns organization. There are also whispers that the tension may extend beyond the field, touching upon contract negotiations, endorsements, and public image considerations. Some insiders argue that Stefanski's frustration stems not only from Garrett's on-field decisions, but also from off-field distractions and public commentary that could impact the team's reputation. If the rumored request for Garrett's departure is genuine, it would mark one of the most significant coaching player conflicts in recent NFL history, drawing comparisons to other legendary showdowns that reshaped teams and careers. Meanwhile, league executives are reportedly monitoring the situation closely, aware that any drastic move could influence trade markets, salary cap dynamics, and player morale across multiple franchises. Fans are creating viral discussions, while sports podcasts dissect every potential implication, from tactical adjustments to fan reactions. The narrative is now layered with intrigue, as it is unclear whether Stefanski's approach will result in resolution, compromise, or a dramatic exit. The potential consequences extend far beyond the immediate roster, hinting at broader repercussions for the Browns' culture, strategic planning, and public perception as the team navigates one of the most turbulent periods in recent memory. Speculation is intensifying as the rumor suggests that Kevin Stefanski has already begun mapping out contingency plans, preparing for scenarios where Garrett's departure could either disrupt or rejuvenate the team. Sources indicate that alternative defensive strategies, personnel adjustments, and even potential trades are being quietly explored behind closed doors, as the organization braces for the possibility of one of its star players leaving. Sports analysts are piecing together past interactions, recent interviews, and game footage, attempting to predict the likelihood of Stefanski acting on his rumored request. Fans are split between disbelief, anticipation, and anxiety, creating a social media environment saturated with opinions, theories, and heated debates. Meanwhile, league insiders caution that while rumors are abundant, nothing has been officially confirmed, leaving room for speculation, misinterpretation, and strategic leaks designed to test public reaction. The scenario unfolding within the Browns organization encapsulates the complexity of modern NFL dynamics, where talent, personality, management, and fan engagement intersect in unpredictable ways. As this story continues to evolve, it is poised to dominate headlines, broadcast segments, and online discussions, making every training session, press conference, and social media post a potential clue in the ongoing saga between Kevin Stefanski and Myles Garrett. As the rumors continue to swirl around the Browns organization, insiders suggest that Kevin Stefanski's rumored ultimatum regarding Myles Garrett has begun to dominate conversations not only within the team, but also across the league. Analysts speculate that if Stefanski follows through on his request for Garrett's departure, it could trigger a cascade of strategic recalibrations, forcing the Browns management to reconsider draft plans, salary cap allocations, and defensive schemes for the remainder of the season. Sources hint that Garrett's potential trade could ignite a bidding war among teams seeking to acquire one of the most disruptive defensive talents in the NFL, creating ripple effects that extend far beyond Cleveland. Social media channels are filled with fans theorizing about which teams might make a move, while sports commentators dissect every possible scenario, weighing Stefanski's leadership style against the risks of losing a franchise-altering player. At the same time, speculation is growing about whether Garrett himself might respond publicly, either through interviews, social media, or cryptic statements, adding another layer of drama to a story that already captures the imagination of fans, pundits, and league executives alike. Some insiders caution that Stefanski's decision could redefine team culture, and set a precedent for how player-coach conflicts are managed, amplifying the significance of what many describe as a pivotal moment in Browns history. There are growing whispers that Kevin Stefanski may be using the rumored tension with Myles Garrett as leverage to assert control over locker room dynamics, reinforcing a culture where discipline and team cohesion are prioritized over individual stardom. Sources claim that Stefanski has been consulting quietly with veteran assistants, former coaches, and league advisors to assess the ramifications of requesting a departure, weighing the impact on both team morale and public perception. Rumors suggest that some of Garrett's teammates may already be feeling the pressure of navigating a volatile environment, where allegiances, trust, and professional relationships are tested by a high-profile conflict. Meanwhile, sports media outlets are increasingly speculating about the psychological aspects of this saga, considering how pressure, scrutiny, and the weight of expectations might influence Garrett's responses and performance on the field. Analysts point out that while Garrett's talent is undeniable, the challenge of aligning a superstar's ambitions with a coach's disciplined framework can create situations fraught with tension, gossip, and behind-the-scenes negotiations. Fans are actively debating whether Stefanski's rumored actions signal a turning point in his coaching career, Garrett's trajectory as a defensive powerhouse, or both, making this story one of the most discussed narratives of the season and positioning the Browns at the epicenter of NFL intrigue and drama. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Meanwhile, speculation is intensifying that the rumored conflict between Stefanski and Garrett may have broader consequences for trade markets and league strategies, as other teams monitor developments closely. Insiders hint that a possible departure could create a domino effect, influencing salary negotiations, draft priorities, and roster planning across multiple franchises, while pundits analyze which organizations possess the financial flexibility and tactical needs to pursue Garrett aggressively. Rumors suggest that scouts and agents are preparing confidential evaluations, ready to present potential suitors with detailed analyses of Garrett's impact, both on and off the field, should he become available. Social media is buzzing with fan theories, hypothetical trades, and debates over the wisdom of Stefanski's rumored ultimatum, amplifying the drama and fueling widespread engagement. Industry experts note that this unfolding saga reflects the delicate balance coaches must maintain between authority, team cohesion, and managing elite talent, highlighting how individual personalities can shape broader organizational narratives. The Browns, as the rumored epicenter of this storm, are now positioned in a narrative that transcends wins and losses, creating a storyline filled with tension, speculation, and dramatic possibilities that could define the franchise's identity for years to come. Sources close to the organization claim that Kevin Stefanski's rumored frustration with Myles Garrett has already begun to influence daily operations, affecting practice routines, strategy meetings, and team interactions. Insiders describe an atmosphere charged with subtle tension, where every play, decision, and public statement is scrutinized for signs of conflict or compromise. Rumors suggest that Stefanski may feel compelled to act decisively, either to reaffirm his authority, restore team harmony, or preempt further disruptions, while analysts speculate on the potential consequences for both Garrett and the Browns. Discussions about potential trade options, backup strategies, and locker room adjustments are reportedly occurring behind closed doors as management prepares for multiple scenarios. Meanwhile, fan forums, podcasts, and sports networks are dissecting every development, interpreting minor comments, gestures, or game performances as potential evidence of the conflict's severity. Some insiders argue that the unfolding story represents a rare glimpse into the complexities of managing elite talent in a high-stakes professional environment, where the line between discipline and talent management is constantly navigated. The narrative's intensity has created a media ecosystem hungry for updates, rumors, and speculation, amplifying the impact of what might otherwise be an internal matter and transforming it into a widely discussed, high-profile saga that resonates with audiences far beyond Cleveland. Rumors also hint that Kevin Stefanski may be strategically using this situation to signal a broader message to the league, reinforcing his philosophy of accountability, leadership, and team-first culture. Sources indicate that while Garrett's talent is unquestionable Stefanski's potential insistence on a departure might serve as a warning to other players regarding the standards expected within the organization. Analysts speculate on whether this approach could influence contract negotiations, player behavior, and locker room dynamics across the NFL, positioning Stefanski as a figure willing to make difficult decisions in pursuit of long-term cohesion. Meanwhile, social media discourse continues to evolve, with fans passionately debating the merits of Stefanski's rumored ultimatum, Garrett's standing as a defensive superstar, and the potential ripple effects across multiple franchises. Some insiders suggest that if a trade were to materialize, it could redefine the Browns' defensive identity, alter team strategies, and affect playoff aspirations, underscoring the high stakes at play. The saga is increasingly viewed as a test of leadership, organizational strategy, and the delicate balance between individual brilliance and collective discipline, creating a narrative rich in speculation, suspense, and dramatic potential that has captivated the sports world. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!